Heimakin, I will start, what I remember when I was 6 years old. I remember from before too.
Yeah.
But when I was 6 years old, we lived near a water.
This is in Lublin.
In Lublin, yeah. And we lived in the second floor.
Uh-huh.
In the basement was living a family with 4 children in the basement. And I don't know how a flood is in the night was a flood. The water came out from the the tap, a water, and went in the basement. In the basement got full with water. My father went down fast to take out the children, to save something from the family.
Mm-hmm.
and he brought them up, to our house. And my father caught a cold, and in this time they call it sochote.
Yeah.
And he went right away in the hospital. No, this time we didn't have no penicillin, we didn't have the other things for colds like we have now.
Mm-hmm.
So he died to the year.
He was 30 years old?
He was 35 exactly to his birthday, then he died.
Mm-hmm.
My grandpa was 85. Is this I remember, and I still hear it, when they put him in the grave.
Yeah.
To bury it. My grandpa said, Rabbeinu Shalom, is this Joishe a tate von 85 Jahren, a father from 85 years, shall bury a son from 35. You understand?
Yeah.
So, he was a soifer. You know what I mean? He wrote the Torah. He wrote it. And he didn't finish. He got with the United States. Somebody from the United States came in order by him a Sefer Torah.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't finish this Sefer Torah. My grandpa had to finish this Sefer Torah. But my father started. And when my father died, we have to look for parnuse. This time,
for money, yeah.
What?
For a living, yeah.
Yeah, this time there in Poland you didn't have like here, now in the States, even in other countries. And my mother have to look for business. And we were 5 children in the home.
And I have a picture on the screen of some children. Is this?
You have only 3.
Okay.
3 of us.
Who's on the
because
picture?
2 children died in the 2nd year.
Is that right? So who's
One child asked, I want to go to daddy, because, he was a father. He took care, give a lot of love to the children.
Yeah.
In one Malkala was her name. She wanted to go and she went to daddy.
Mm.
She died in a Herschel we had, who died 9 months after, and she died the year.
So who's in the picture?
In the picture is my mother, my brother, and I, and my sister.
So what are the names?
Leibu. My brother Leibu,
Yeah.
and I, Golda, and my sister Sarah.
Sarah. And your mother's name?
Hannah.
Fine.
Yeah.
So this picture was taken when?
But
around what year?
this picture was taken, I think, in the 20 some.
Okay.
It's not on the picture.
I don't know.
Could be it's on the picture.
Okay, we'll take a look at
Yeah.
it. So.
Because this picture we sent to the United States.
Oh, yeah?
And I got it after the war from my uncle. You know, I went to my uncle and he gave me this picture.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave me a lot of other pictures, you know, because I didn't have nothing from before the war, no one picture. I got the pictures from, you know, but I got married.
Mm-hmm.
It's not clear, my mother's picture.
Yeah, this is a picture of your mother, around the same, a little bit older, huh?
Yeah. This picture was also on the same date, I think, in the same year maybe.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
There she is. That's
I
a little
can
bit
say
clear.
exactly, yeah, because it was in the 20s, the late 20s or the early 20s, what we sent to Israel, and we sent to, this picture I got from my sister from Israel.
Okay.
So we make my mother arranged on the market as a table, and we put in no, it's not okay. And she did business with bobalech and, you know, barley, things like this. She had on a table, and she made business to make parnasa. Once in a summer, my mother ran a garden. I saw it, a garden where was frucht, apples, you know, pears, plums, this kind things. And we worked, we took the hand from the tree,
Yeah.
and put in boxes apples, and I went to Lublin, you know, this time I was maybe 10 years old. I was a Seuchete. I already was handling, you know, and she sent me to the market, and I sold the apples.
Yeah.
And once the apples was laying in boxes like this, and I was sitting in the middle in the drive who took care of the Hoshbogi, you know, in a train line, you know, the line, and he took the whole wagon with the apples with me, turned over. And it was lucky that the apples, the boxes were standing like this, and they didn't touch me. And he was sure he killed me. But after he turned back in box by box, put it back, and when he find me, he was, you know, yeah, close. And this was the way we made it. In this time, when we had I don't know how you sell it in English, I saw it. In Yiddish, is this trees with apples, with this, a special...
An orchard.
What?
An orchard, maybe?
Maybe an orchard, that's right. So there we met people.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that in Belgium is there a man who's looking for a wife. And my mother didn't, it was 7 years after my father's death, but she didn't care to get married. But I see she's working so hard. And I was able, I was maybe 13 years of age.
Yeah.
There was a store, a wholesale store, and he was a friend of my father. And he said, Goldalin, I take in, she will work with me. And I said to my mother, get married. Yeah, and my brother went to lodge with,
Go on.
to my grandpa's brother.
Yeah.
And he was standing there. You see, my name isn't really Ackerman.
No?
I was Baron, in the Barons. Did you hear family, very rich people, Barons? And my grandpa, all family, his brothers, all the brothers, everybody was named Baron. But my grandpa, he didn't, it was in the 1863. There was a war, Berek Yosolevich was the leader in this war. He didn't want to go to the army. Is he changed the age in the name, so he made us Ackerman. Is only he, my grandpa, was Ackerman. In all the other families, you know, was Baron, B-A-R-O-N. That's the real name from. But anyway, we call Ackerman later, in Pinchas is Ackerman, you know, they are all the children from my grandpa is Ackerman. So my mother got married to the man to Belgium, a little town.
She got remarried?
She got remarried. And when she remarried, she took my younger sister with her. My brother was in lodge. And I went to these people who had the wholesale, and I started to work there. And I was working there till I got married. And my sister went my brother went from Lodz to Warsaw, and he started to be a businessman. He started to handle, you know, pens what we have now. With this he worked in the street, he sold it, he got a place where to buy it, and he know how to fix it. Today it's an entire different with the pen. Anyway, and after he met a goyru and he got married, and my sister couldn't stay with my mother because they were children. And she went to Warsaw. And there she met a boy, and he went to Israel. Illegal. She said, yes, she went to Warsaw in a kibbutz to go to Israel. So when she met Michal, she said, here I don't want to get married. In Israel, she get married. He was in college. He learned in a college in the beginning. So he fell in love with her so badly, he said, I will go to Israel before you, because she was in the kibbutz and she had to wait for the line, you know, not to get a certificate. And he came to Lublin. She told him that I'm working in Lublin by Edelstein and Ettinger. And he came to Lublin, he came to visit me. And he came to my store and he wanted to talk to Golda. So he came out. I came out and he said, "You Golda?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "I'm Sarah's boyfriend."
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know that she had a boyfriend. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, okay. And he told me that he is gone to Israel illegal. It was a group from 50 boys and girls, but they walked to Israel.
Wow.
They walked.
Through Turkey and through, how did they?
Anyway, from where, I don't know, he on the ground crawled to Israel, because then this time was the English rulers. And my sister, so we came to Israel, and he knows languages. He did know English, he did know, he's in college, he took more languages. And so he got right away a good job in a hospital. And when she came, after she get a certificate, she got, they didn't want to give the certificate just a single person. It's a couple, you understand?
Yeah.
It's Finchenstorf was a boy, his name was Kozak, and they have to get married. In this way, they got married and came to Israel, but she had her boyfriend, so they came to Israel. They have to have divorce. They have to get divorced because she wanted to get married. They got divorced and they got married. Yankee Schleiman, you remember him? He was the ganze Machitten and she got married. And this was the story from
your sister. And
and
so this is a picture of you, right, at those times. This one here.
Yeah, and
So what age are you?
This is 20, because I got married 21, and this was before I got married.
Okay, so it's a little bit before you got married.
This is a little bit before I got married. So is came a man, and somebody introduced me to somebody. So I had Rubinstein's father and mother. Rubinstein's mother was my cousin, my aunt. She was my father's brother.
Mm-hmm.
So for every holiday, I went to. They were rich people. They had a meal. They make flour.
Yeah, a mill.
A mill. They were very rich. So my uncle, not the aunt, my uncle loved me so much. My uncle said, "If you get married, I give you an adden." A
dowry.
Dowry. He gave me 1,000 zlotys nadin. 1,000 zlotys was more than today $10,000. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In the boy who I married, he has 2,000 zlotys, because he was a violin player, and he played in a movie in the city where he. So he got. I figured out that's from $3,000. I can make me a wholesale business this time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
3,000 zlotys. Yeah.
So I got. In this company where I was working, you see, this is my mother and my sister and my husband and my first child, Moishala.
Yeah.
He was named Yisruel Moshe. My father was named Yisruel Yankee.
This is Sarah?
This is Sarah.
Okay, your other sister?
No, I didn't have no more. I had a sister.
Oh, that's right. That one died.
Died. So
So go on. You had the 3,000 zlotys.
I had 3,000 zlotys in the companies. Majewski there in Poland was Majewski, a big company, who was dealing with I was working. Is Majewski. Was a Sokol, was a big company, what they making, I don't know, this was the cigarettes. But this time, today, the cigarettes, they are, this time the cigarettes was separate.
And you rolled them.
They was in a, the factory who make the things to put in the tobacco to the cigarette. In Sokol, in Majewski, in Boschur, in Puls. 4 big companies. They said that they will give me a gift, credit, $200 stuff. When I will have my own store, they will give me credit. You know, I paid the 200, I get other 200. So I open a wholesale business and I rent a store. With in the back of the store, in the front was a little store, and in the back was a store, what can I tell you, bigger than this whole apartment. I think twice as big. Very big. And I make me a wholesale business. Shoe polish give me also $200 credit. Dobrolin was the company name. Shoe polish. And I opened my business. I was so successful that in 1 year I make 10,000 zlotys. I paid up everybody. Yeah. But when I went to rent the business, the store with the other, and he know a new meidl, you know, a poor boy, he knows what you do with Seufers Einike. You know. But I was a fool. And he said, you have a rich uncle in Korek, who has to with the mill. If he guarantees that you will pay the rent, I rent you. So I went to my uncle, to Korek, and this was in a Monday. In a Monday was a market, it called, you know, once a week was a big market. And my uncle was on the market, so I went and looked for him. I find him, I told him the story. He said, I leave right away. For you? You know, he gave me another $1,000. So, I have to take you something. And my uncle went with me to Shaul Wollman. He was the owner in this property where I had this store. And my uncle went and said, I guarantee you. He said, for 3 years. He said, for 10 years, I guarantee. You understand? Not for 3, for 10.
I thought you said you already made a big profit from the store, but this was before.
Yeah, yeah, this is when I rent, and after 1 year, I was so successful that where I was working before for the wholesale is one partner, Ettinger, want to be with me partner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was successful because I was honest and and I make good business. Like I got from the people, from the
Yeah.
oh, you see me?
This is that time, right?
Yeah. I want to show you another picture.
Okay.
Can I bring it?
Sure. Okay, again, here's this picture of you and your husband in those days.
And
with
my
the store.
son.
And your son, Moshe.
Moshe, yeah.
Okay, so what's this other picture you have? Put it down
This
there.
is also
Put it down. Okay. So this is what?
This is when I was working in Lublin, Krakowska Przedmieście, od geheißen de Gas.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm. And this is what year? Around?
Before the war in Lublin where I was living.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's one other thing I wanted to show, it's a little bit in the past, is this, this postcard that the picture we used before, and it has some writing from your mother on the back of the postcard. So can you read it?
Which one?
I'll bring it.
This is my Tochter.
Okay, so what's it say?
Golda Ackerman.
So in English, what does it say?
This is my daughter. She wrote it, she sent it to my uncle.
That's right, so this is a picture she sent to your uncle.
She sent a picture from me to my uncle.
Okay.
To the United States.
Yeah. All right, good. So there's several other pictures here. Anyone you want to talk
this
about?
is a friend after
Which
the
one
war.
you want to talk about?
You see, this is my mother's brother's children. 3 girls, Hannele and Malkale and Esther.
And it says their names in Yiddish underneath.
The same, this is the same in Yiddish.
Okay, and over here is a picture from Lublin, right? Of us. What is it?
This is from Lublin at a Saturday night by Lave Malke, and this was by a rabbi's table.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember, Lubliner dacht sich mir. I don't remember his name, wie hat geheißen.
So who would have taken that picture?
What?
Who would have taken that
A
picture?
friend hat genommen the picture von dus und hat es mir gegeben.
Oh, okay.
Friend, schreien,
Okay, so different.
neighbors.
And so who's here?
In this, I was belonging to an organization, Beitar called. This is revisionist.
Mm-hmm.
Is me, this was taken in Markischow, it's near Lublin, by my cousin, but she is a cousin.
Which one?
The middle one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on the left is you.
And that's me. She belonged also to this organization. And when we went there, we have to put on we wear the
all
hat.
the uniforms.
The uniform.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Let's say there's one more of you before the war right here.
Yeah, that is me and my husband, my Moishale, and his 2 brothers. In this one,
Whose brothers?
my husband's brothers.
Okay, so which one?
You see, this is my husband. This, he,
What's your husband's name?
Goino, I was named. Shloime Goino.
Okay.
Yeah, after I changed the name. And this two brothers, but she is his wife and his child.
Well, I mean, it's you and your child?
Me and my husband and his wife, in his two brothers with his wife and child.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And this is also in the late 30s.
This is in the late, no, not in the late, in the beginning toy days. In the beginning toy days.
Oh, that's right.
Toste, I show you the date here. You see, I was married when I was, I'm born in November 11.
November 20th, I thought.
But here is in 25, take a look. In 25, 1925, I send it to my sister.
Wait, well, why don't you read it? Oh, that picture. Let me see. Yeah, you just hold it up, and I'll.
This is in 25. You see how big my son was?
Let's see how close we can go. Okay, so that's your
You
husband
see,
and your son.
he was 3 years old.
Mm-hmm. This is 35.
Yeah, this is in 25.
Mm-hmm. And again, it's the same street with the picture of you.
Yeah, this
the
picture.
Same time.
Yeah, the same street.
Okay. All right. So what did you write on the back? You sent that to your sister?
I sent that to my sister, the picture for my son in Yisroel Moshe Tzemanding.
And where was she?
In here is the date too. In November 25, the 28th of November, Lublin, 28th of, this you can read, it's English.
Uh-huh.
It's Polish,
Yeah.
25. Yeah, my tire kind. And after, when the war, and I was so successful, I was so happy. And after Hitler is the beginning, he kills my husband, and I was by myself in the store, and it was terrible, but we was managing. After they made a ghetto in Lublin, they made a ghetto. I was living the store I had Lubartovsky 9.
That's the street.
Yeah, I lived Lubartovsky 8.
Yeah.
Exactly across the street. Is later they make the Lubartovsky 8 Judenrein. I have to move. The store I had in the apartment I couldn't have. So I have to move some other place to a ghetto,
Mm-hmm.
to where I lived. And 43, yeah, that was in 43. In 43, I had the keys from the store, and I want to open, but I couldn't no more. And they went, there was an iron, like a bridge, was the width like this and the thick like, was close the store. Is they, wie noch suchten,
They cut?
To open the store, they didn't took the keys from me.
Yeah.
They just opened the store and came with wagons and took out everything, and I was standing and looking and crying.
Mm-hmm.
That was the. And after,
yeah,
We went in a ghetto. The ghetto was called Maidan Tatarsky. And we had enough for me and my son, and my mother came to me from Belgium because Belgium was liquidated. She was standing with me. And when I moved there, I had a friend. He had a factory, a big factory, fly
paper.
Fly paper. And he said, Golda, you know what? When he had the factory, they took away from him the factory, but he was the manager in the factory.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, Rachmil Barnik was his name. Goldale, kommt gleich in the factory, come to me, and you will work in the factory. And you, mother, with Moishalen, will stay in ghetto. So I went to work there. And every Friday I came,
Mm-hmm.
and I had, they put on I show it to you, the length what I wear.
Yellow star?
Did I show it?
Well, I want to see it again.
Okay.
Okay, so
You had to wear like this.
1 second, huh? Okay, so what do you have here?
This we wear, it was yellow. That's Amaju.
And it turned blue?
No, this is blue, but this was yellow.
Oh, the outside was
The
yellow.
outside was yellow, a gele latte,
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm going to open something, it's too hot here.
Open. So, laat mich mal da mannen. I have to move from there, I want in another. And I start to work, and we moved to the ghetto Maidan Tartarsky. My mother and I and the baby, my son.
And what year?
In year was it 43, I think, in the beginning 43.
42.
42, I still had the store, but I didn't have my apartment. The store I had. In 43, I started to work at the factory by Rachmil Bavnik. And every Friday, I came home in the ghetto to be together with my son and my mother.
Okay. And how old was your son at this time?
32. What he was 10 years old? No, 32 is he was born 33. 33, but 10 years, yeah. And I was working at the company, fly paper, Barachmil Barnik. And then one day, this was the date before Rosh Hashanah. What date was it? In July, August? Rachmil Bavnik was a good friend of me, and he came over. And in this factory was working a couple hundred people, No, yeah, I forgot to tell you before. Every Friday I came. In Saturday evening, after Shabbos, I always went, or Sunday morning, I went in the factory, and I slept in the factory the whole week. In my mother, with my son was in ghetto.
And your husband had already died.
I was alone. Not, they took all the men to work, and they killed it. It was terrible.
They killed all the men before?
Not all of them. They took to work, and who was, I don't know.
So they took him away one day, and that was it?
They took him, yeah, that's all. Anyway, when I came this Friday, and Saturday I didn't want to go. Saturday night, I didn't want to go.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Can I talk?
go ahead.
In this side where I had the store, the business, was the ghetto. Across the street I was living. The store was in Lubartowski 9. In Lubartowski 8, I was living across the street. I had to move because there is no for Jews. You understand? And I had the store till late 42 or beginning. I can't manage, just a couple months. Anyway, I came this Friday and I said I will not go. I will stay with you. I didn't want to go away because I had a feeling that I see him the last time and I want to stay together with them. My son insists, no mamishi. The missed guy, and he pushed me. I didn't want to go away. I didn't know. I just had a feeling that something will happen. And in this night, I went away. I went to the factory. And in this night, they killed the people in this ghetto, all the people. They liquidated this. In the morning, we find out that the ghetto is liquidated. And this Mr. Bavnik, who was the owner in this factory, but later he was a manager, because the German took over the factory and somebody has to manage. He come to me, Golda, take your coat and take off this and put something like a goy, like not Jewish, and run.
Like a farmer woman.
Like a farmer. There you don't have to go to Maidan Tatarski because everybody is no more there. They liquidate this. And before, a lot of time before, I don't know how to call it in a court, a forecourt, beautiful, another one. And I sent it to my mother, and I sent to my mother wool. I had 15 kilos that we 38 pounds. Put it down. The light is no good. I said wool, knitting wool, and cotton, sewing cotton, and what else? Sewing cotton and wool and cord. In mine, like you slipped the pillows with this. I send it, and she put it to our Irish family, 3 kilometers from Belgium. And all the things, pepper, a lot of things I can...
Why did she send it to this family? It's a
to
gift.
save it.
Oh, okay.
After the war, we can take it back from them, to have some money, because money is no good, the forecourt is no good, and you couldn't have a forecourt, Jewish people. All the Jewish people have to give away the forecourt. My mother gave it to them, So after, when I didn't have nobody else, where shall I go? I went to these people who have my things.
Yeah.
And I walk to Belgium, to this little town. I walk to stay with them. When I come over there, there was a daughter. She was not divorced, she was separated from her husband. And she had a little boy the same age with my son, Zipcho, his name. And and she had a grant. She wanted to build a house, but she didn't have this. And I have, with me, when I went away, I had some money, I had some gold, I had some. So I told her, Palestine, okay, we will build the house. In the day, the people was working, and in the night, late in the night, I'm with her, was working for me a cave. They built a house. It's under the kitchen. Under the floor. We make a place, the length, like in this window till the mirror. It was to be the size in the room. And we made that this size, the way. And we put that I can lay down and sleep there. And that's all what I need. And the pillows with this, she gave me inside, and I was sleeping. And she brought me food in the beginning. She brought me food. We made like this. When she had ready food, she knocked on the floor. 3, and if I answered, because she couldn't get into me, it was a more, for more. But under the, sucht auf Ziggy, Herschel, bricks, a brick wall. Under the wall, you see, let's say, this is the wall.
Okay.
Under the wall, I opened deeper. The wall was here, the ground. You see? It's deeper. We had
Yeah.
I took away the sand, it was under the ground, under the wall. And I opened and made ready.
Yeah.
She shall give me the food, what she gave me.
Okay, so you did this so the Germans couldn't come in.
Yeah, when the German couldn't see.
Could come.
Yeah.
Even that
And
lady.
so I was at her place 17 months by myself. And there was, wieder sucht noch a story,
Wet.
alright, this big. And when I slept, I had a key. And I slept like this. That's she shall not bite me. I don't know if it was a she and a he.
All right. You
Okay.
had a stick. And
Like a cat. So big, like not a big cat.
yeah, there's a rat as big as, a very big rat.
Yeah. She always came to me. And I didn't have much air. I have air in the bottom from her window. she was the kitchen, she was like here. But here is a window outside. In the bottom, after the wall, there was a wall, a brick wall. I had opened a piece, but a little bit air came in.
Mm-hmm.
But the chickens, outside was chickens, is always they block this. And I with a knife open it, as I shall have a little bit air. I couldn't burn a lamp with the glass in the top, just the
Oh, there wasn't enough air so that a light with a piece of glass over it would stay lit.
No, nicht gekannt. I couldn't. Only without the glass I can burn. And I was knitting the whole time,
Mm-hmm.
and I knit at the 27 pound of wool for her. I make her, what can I tell you, dresses and jackets and so many things, the whole year. And when this was finished, this was February the 20th. You see, February the 20th I got married. In February the 20th, 44, she killed me.
She tried.
She tried. You see, when she knocked, I shall open. And soon I opened, I put on, as she was sure I have my head out. I had it out, but she, when the cones in her door,
When the bullet went past.
the bullet went past, they raised me the hair from here till here, but I didn't say a word.
You pretended you were dead.
I pretend that I'm dead, and I pushed back in close. And she didn't look down if it's closed, if it's open, but she waited for the night. In the night, she will go down and grab me out and bury me, because she killed 80 people, this lady.
You found out later?
Yeah, I found out later. in her son, this little son, but my son's age, he saved my life. He always steal something home, and through this little hole what I has outside for air, he take and push down an apple, or and he gave it to me. Later, when we was, is when it got dark, I took a knife. I had a knife like this. Shabbos Kodesh, I showed this knife.
This isn't the knife. This is a new knife, just like the old one.
Yeah, I had it like this.
Okay, some knife about this size.
Okay, sit down and show it. Sit down.
With this knife, I make the whole, in Poland, in February, is the earth frozen. You can knock, so, but I make the whole day quiet, grab that, and make a hole that I can be able to run out. Because she killed me, what I will stay here. She'll kill me tomorrow. So I make a bit enough that I can, when it got dark, the ice from the top, I break down. I don't know, she didn't hear or something, and I run down. I run away. What can I tell you? Everything what I had on me, I had a pocketbook like this one, and in the pocketbook I had some pictures, not gold, not money, because the money I know I can take in the pocketbook. But I had for my father's writing, a Megillah, You know, like this picture. You know, the handbook.
Fine. It's like a Torah, except it's written for
Yeah.
a different holiday.
I had a Megillah and I had a story from Russian. Somebody. Oh, you see, the whole day I was digging with a knife and to make a big hole that I can run away from the grave, from the cave. And in the evening I ran away. Soon I had my purse and my shoes on, but the shoes were so, you know, for the 17 months I didn't use them.
Yeah.
I have to put stocking to hold the
because you got skinnier in the inside.
Not I got skinny, this shoe, I got skinny, this is another thing.
Yeah.
You see, I from 120 I weigh 70.
70 pounds?
70 pounds. So I ran out with my pocketbook. With the pocketbook I had the Megillah, and I have other writing from my father, what was for me more than money, you know. And I had some pictures in the pocketbook, a big pocketbook. And when I got out, maybe 1 mile, is a man called me and told me, "Ty jesteś Weissbrotówna." You, that's I am, there was a big store in manufacture, in clothing, you know, not clothing, but
fabrics?
Yard good, on the yard.
Yeah.
This on the yard they sell. And he had a daughter, a young daughter, and he said, I am his daughter, Dai Ducati. You see, when he caught me, he said, "Ty jesteś Weissbrotówna, Dai Ducati."
What's that mean?
Ducati, gold pieces. If you run away, you didn't run away with money, you run away with gold pieces. I had, but I give him nothing. He grabbed my pocketbook and took me. It's a place called machine, and there was a water. Wie noch sucht noch a Tag?
I don't know.
A water standing, but was very deep. And near the water was growing a big tree. The tree was thicker than, you know, a big tree.
Yeah.
And in this time was snowing also. You know, the snow was fun.
This was at night, right? When you
Yeah,
were
it's okay now.
No, I'm saying you were at nighttime.
Sure, at night time.
Okay.
And he was the only luck what I had, that he was drunk. He was so drunk that he couldn't manage me. He didn't have a gun. When he would have a gun, he would kill me. But he went to a tree and break down a
branch.
A branch. And with this branch, he make me a sign here. You know, he had hit me. And he hit me here. But I didn't feel no pain at all.
Yeah.
This was bleeding, and here was bleeding, and I didn't feel in nothing. And Dai Ducati saw, and when he took me, I was machine near the water, he started to call, "Ja mam Żydówkę." I have a Yiddish Meidl, you know, a Jewish girl. "Ja mam Żydówkę, I need help, I need help." When he turned down this way to come, I ran away from him on the back from the tree, and I dipped me in the water.
Yeah.
I lay down in the water like this, but with my face to the tree, and I hold the tree, and I was laying in water. I don't know how long I was under the ice. In the top was ice, under the ice in the water, and I was laying
To
there.
hide from him.
I didn't know this man, and I didn't know his name. But I don't know how many boys came in and said to him, Jęcień, gdzie ty masz tą Żydówkę? Where is the goiru?
No.
Where is the goiru? Ty zabrałaś dukaty, you took from her the dukaty, because she had my pocketbook. I pogrzebałeś ją. You buried her in the ground someplace. And they looked around, and they looked for, for a sign in the snow, but they make the sign, they couldn't see that I am in the back of the tree.
Yeah.
They didn't think that I will go into the ice. And they looked around for tą Żydówkę, they looked around, they couldn't find me, and they went away. I don't know how long they said. To me was it years, and I was in the water. And when I hear they run away, and the first thing I did know this man's name, Jęcień. They called him Jęcień. So I went out in the water, and I didn't have nothing, only what I have. I didn't feel like cold, but everything got frozen on me. And I even didn't see that he has blood around, because when he hit me, I had blood in here. So I run. When I run, so I didn't know where I'm going, because this neighbor, I didn't know so good this place around. And I was sure I hear that a whole Polish army, and they sung Jeszcze Polska nie zginęła. Poland is not forlorn yet, is not lost yet, Jeszcze Polska nie zginęła. I see, what can I do, where I go, if they will see me, I know all the Polish people, they murders. So I saw a snow like this room, maybe bigger. I went in, there was a little house, there was a barn, but I didn't see nothing, I saw only the snow. And I went in the snow and fell asleep. I fall asleep.
In the straw?
In the snow, I grab
Inside the snow?
Inside the snow. And I fall asleep, and when it started to get light, when it started to, in the morning, my father, I dreamed my father, and he said to me, Golda, is took schon. And I wake up, I see it's getting, blue in the morning when it started. And I see, what can I do, where can I go? And I see a little house.
Little
house. So I went out and go to the house and knock in the door. I didn't have nothing to lose. I knock in the door, the man came out, and when he saw me, he saw here, swollen in blood on my knee. And he saw here the hand with blood. And he said, he make like this, and he say like this to me, shh, don't talk, don't say a word, and come with me, And he took me in, and he put me in a closet there in the hall, in a closet. Later, I hear a lot of people talking. I didn't know. I hear Lublin, I hear hospital. I didn't know what's going on there. But after, in this was that he has a daughter, the oldest daughter, he has 4 girls. The oldest girl got sick, and a neighbor came and took her to hospital, to New York, to Lublin, to the city where I was in. And when they left, it was quiet, he called me in his apartment and gave me
Go on.
gave me a piece of bread and make a glass of hot milk. What can I tell you? God shall bless him, and he shall never feel the taste of hunger. You know, he saved me. But when he saw me, he asked me, where were you? And I told him the whole story, that I was in a place by the Palushkin. You know, her name was, the lady who killed me was her name Palushkin. And she killed me, and I run away. She wanted to kill me, and I had here, you know, raised up to her. You know, I showed to him. And after, when I left her, I got out the grave. A fella caught me. I didn't know his name, but he took me on the machine Polak. That I tell him the story, that I hear the other boys who called for help, he was drunk. They called him Yenchen. And I thought, so he saw that I'm wet, you know, everything was wet. And he gave me from his children a dress and a shirt and underwear and to put on, and gave me the milk with bread, and put me in the corner of the house, the room. Was standing a closet big like this, but for dresses. Yeah, in the corner. He put a chair in the back in this closet, and he sit me down, and when he looks out of the window, he see that a friend of his coming from Belgium, from this little town. And he said, when she came in, I shall not cough, she should know that I'm in the back of this closet. No, I was quiet, I didn't say a word, and she came in, she's telling, you know what? Yenchen, the boy, caught Vice-Protovna, Vice-Protdode.
A what?
The lady said that this man Yenchen caught a goyru named Vice-Protovna, Vice-Prot. When a goyru is Vice-Protovna, when she married is Vice-Prot. This is in the language. And took from her away everything what she had, and pogrzebał in Bagrum, you know, in buried her. That's the boys told Aran, and this saved me, that I could stay at this man 6 weeks. I was standing by him. Yeah, when I went away, I had with me a $20 gold. This is $20 gold. It was a lot of money there. I took the $20, you see, when he gave me the dress and everything, and I say, yeah, meanwhile, in the papers, they say, you know, the little boy Zipcho give me papers, he helped me a lot. I would like to see
this farmer's son?
This lady who killed me had a little son the age of my son. And he helped me a lot. And he showed me a paper that the Russian will be soon here.
Yeah.
So that the war is almost finished. So I told the man, I have $20. That's all what I have, the gold $20. Save me, because soon will be finish the war, and you will save me. Meanwhile, I didn't know that this man is a cousin to this lady who killed me.
Huh.
He said like this, I have 4 girls, and one girl went, so we will do something because mine sister, his sister, has 2 Jewish, 3 them, a daddy with 2 sons whom they saved. They also like, so we will see. Meanwhile, he put me on the barn, on the top in the barn, in covered with straw, straw.
Right.
Yeah.
For the horses to eat.
It wasn't too good, but in the barn is warm. The cows, and the horses, and the pigs, and the chickens, everything was in the store. So I was laying down there, and while I was laying down like this, like this,
Mm-hmm.
you see,
Yeah.
is I couldn't straight up for 6 weeks. I couldn't straight up.
You lay down like that?
I
for
like
6
down like this.
Huh.
And later, when I got up, I want to walk. I couldn't. I walked like this. 6 weeks,
Yeah.
like this. I couldn't straight out because from the water. You understand?
Yeah.
I don't know how still I didn't, my lungs were good, everything was good. I can understand how it was. Anyway, in this 6 weeks, is Chaim Fried, is once he came to this fella to do some job, to fix something. He with another fella. And they were working where they keep the wheat, in another barn, not where the cows, nor where the wheat, where all the other things. And he saw that's the lady, middle of the day, they saw that's the lady come out from the kitchen and put in under her apron a little cup with food or something like that and go on the barn. Is one, they talk between them and they say, here must be Jewish people on the barn, on the top in the barn. So in the middle of the night, they come to the barn and come upstairs and they said, Jiden, rief Tachuin, answer, here is Chaim Ksils and Yosef Shimshons.
Mm-hmm.
But she told me to be quiet and not, so I went very deep in the straw, under the, that they cannot caught me. And they walked around, and they couldn't get me, and they went away. After the war, after 6 weeks, he said like this, when she bought me the food, his wife upstairs, and she showed me to the Spares, it was an opening in one braid, on the...
Or some kind of window?
I don't have no window. There in a barn is no window, all wood. But was openings like this.
Okay.
And she saw me, you see there little house? There lives my sister-in-law. And there are father with 2 sons. And she told me the father and 2 sons is 1 son what a boyfriend for my sister. My sister, when she was in Belgium, but my mother at the time, you know, they went to one organization. When he told me I have to leave, because when I start straight out, I could stay straight. Is he said, "Nah, you have to leave." But he gave me another dress, another lady. And he said, go to this lady and tell her that I have a $20 gold. And how long you will stay there, a week, a month, I don't know. When the war is finished, I give a half right away. You know, he will chop it, he will break it in half with the gold piece. Because gold is gold, you know. So I hear him, but I make up a me the mind, if I have to go, I go to this, his sister. Instead to this lady, I will go there. There I know straight to go. So one night, you know, but only in the night we can go, because in the daytime. So I went over there and I knocked in the door, and her husband came out, and he says, shh, I will not, what is the shoo? An AKA, the AKA army, they always looked for Jewish people. Yeah, and he was sleeping near the window.
An army person?
What?
An army person was sleeping?
An army person, but he was a murderer.
Yeah.
You know, when he see me, he would kill me right away. He had guns and, you know. So he said sure, and he took me in the barn again and put me on the top, and he told me that our car man is there. I know, because they want, maybe they had an idea that he have Jewish people, you understand? He said he want to sleep a night there, and they couldn't refuse, and he had to sleep. But he was so asleep, and he didn't hear me knocking, and I went upstairs. Sure. When I went upstairs, and I was there till the war was ended.
And then was Sarah's friend there?
What?
And Sarah's boyfriend?
And listen, this was the 28th of July. The Russian.
In 1940 what?
44.
44.
1944. It was the 28th of July or June. Anyway, one from this month. Okay. July. I think July. And we had the Russian army come in, and they started killing the Germans. Yeah. But 4 days, one day is to have Volkstag. You know what means Volkstag? Volkstag is people who not born in Germany, but their parents is in Germany. Like you, I will say, is a Polish, because you're second to me. I'm Polish. You understand? Is I hear that this lady walked with another lady. Our whole family came from Lublin to them, because in Lublin was terrible. The Russian with they run away here to stay, and they weren't bad German. You know, they were good German. They didn't. It was like Hitler, the Hitler people. So I hear she said, you know, this lady, she make for the for the pollution so many nice things. She know how to knit. She know how to make operate different things. And when I hear she talk to these German people, you know, I know she because she told me a whole German family. I got so scared. Oh my God, they will kill me. They will kill me. One day, when she came, I told her why you did it. Why when she brought me food. Yeah, and when I came, I told her that I was Papa, her brother, and he has a $20 gold, and he will give you half. You can go. That's what he told me, and they shared this $20. So she gave me food. And after this, I hear them talking. And she came up with food and give me. I told her, why you told her? You shouldn't tell her that I'm here. You know, I'm scared. She said, don't worry. She's such a nice person. I bring her off to you. And she brought her off to me. I don't know, maybe she was a Jewish from the Heim, you know, and she married a not Jewish fella. I don't know till now, but she fell upon me and she started crying and she said, Golda, don't worry, I will save your life. I will see that you will finish. I will see, and I will see that the father and the two sons, you shall meet them and be together and go together. And she gave me money, you know, because I didn't have money to go out. And she gave me, I don't remember zlotys, the money was there. And she went down in the second or the third day, we were free. So she called in the father with the two sons, and they called me down. When I saw him and he saw me, you know, he followed me. I couldn't speak a word, maybe a half an hour, and he couldn't speak. We just cried, you know, that happens like this. And after we went together, we made a date for the second day, and we went together to Lublin. I told him, sei mein Bruder, be my brother. And to his father, I said, sei mein Tate, I don't have nobody. Anyway, we went to Lublin, and when we came to Lublin with me, and these people were 49 Jews. 49, can you imagine? Survivors. Is after they told us that the 49 Jews, I didn't know where they are, is there were a meal, wie hat geheißen? I forgot the name. Anyway, we went to this place where the meal, to see the 49 people, you know, together, and we will do something. I came and I saw a woman, Elke Braun. You know Elke Braun?
Yeah, from Baltimore.
Did you know? No, not from Baltimore.
Oh, no, I'm thinking.
Moshe's mother.
Moshe's mother.
Moshe Braun's mother.
Is she in that
She
picture?
was there.
Leave it there. Is Elke here?
Oh, do say this. You see, she,
One sec.
oh, the light, maybe this light you shouldn't have.
I'll fix it.
No, this light.
Okay, so go on with the story with Elke Braun. Which one is
Is
Elke?
Erika, oh, this is.
Which one is she?
This is Elke.
Yeah.
This is Elke, and this is her husband in this side, and this is her one son, and this is the other son. And this is Elke's a brother's a daughter, and my cousin, my Mitte's sister's daughter. So I saw her, and I asked her, that she told me that she survived, and her husband and 2 sons, they are inside. You know, inside the mill, because we met in the field.
Oh.
And she goes for potatoes to pick up something from the field. So she went, and I went farther to the mill, was maybe another 20, 40 or 50 feet. She went in this side, and I go to the place where they are. She came on, and she looked at me. Yeah, this Elke told me that Leiche got killed.
Leiche is?
Leiche is she. That she got killed. And she tell me how she got killed. She was in the bunker, and they killed all the people in the bunker. Schon, listen, man doch gewusst, dass jeder got killed. So I go away from her, maybe 20 steps. I don't know if more. And I saw Leiche. So look, she looked at me if I'm Golda, and I looked at her if she's Leiche. And we came closer, and we said, so Leiche, I just now saw Elke, you aunt, and she said you got killed. And she saw me, she got killed, you see? She got killed, but the bullet went down here, and she made like she's dead. As they went away, you know, then it was another, they didn't put another bullet on her, just this, and it was enough. And they were sure she's dead. As they went away. When they went away, she went away, and she's alive.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we both went in, and we meet, and since then, until then, from there we went to, they said on this place where I used to live, Lubartowski 8, there are some more people. They just arrived in the wells, in the woods.
From hiding.
And there were survivors.
And this is like a week after the war ended, or?
No, the war ended in May the 8th. And this was the 28th of April.
Oh, okay.
You
This is before the war ended? Oh, a year after.
A year after.
Oh, okay.
The 25th. The 45th, the war ended. And this was 44. So, when we came to the Lubartowski,
Yeah, go ahead.
and there we find other people, you know, but I don't know. And I go upstairs to see where the other people. When I opened the door, and I ask, is here a Chaim Gsil, Yosef Shimshon's? You remember? They came to the barn upstairs, and they asked, jeden rief Tachua, du Chaim Gsil, Yosef Shimshon. Is Chaim said, I'm Chaim Gsil. And the other, I'm Yosef Shimshon. Because they was sure I bring some regards from somebody who survived. I ask, you was Papalushetten? And you ask, jeden rief Tachua? And since then, we are friends. And there was another fella. There was a fella, you see, by the Palushkin,
Yeah.
was a man who was, she was ja divorced, nicht divorced, but she need a man. You
Yeah.
understand? And she had a fella, but he slept in the barn in another place, and they had they lived together. You know, she feed them and he give her sex. When I run away, is everybody said that I was killed. Is the man was also in this room. Is when he saw me, he said, Shema Yisrael, Golda Riara. You see, he was thinking I was come from the other world. As I say, Joseph life, take the look, I'm alive. And he got killed later. He went to her, you know, every time, once a week, he went to her. And they killed him on the way.
After the war?
After the war, yeah.
Who killed
A
him?
lot of people, the AK, the Polish people. So, this was in after is I had a friend. He was a son-in-law from a big company of chocolate. Veritas was a company chocolate. Veritas.
Yeah.
And he took the company over. When the Germans went out, he took over the company.
Uh-huh.
As he find in this company 1,000 kilo, I think so, a ton of honey. Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, you make chocolate for honey and a ton of sugar. Is he took the ton of honey and the ton of sugar, and he made a committee, and every day came people. Every day arrived more people from the worlds, from the little towns, you know. Is one day I said I have 500, one day, you know, and he took me in committee, and I was working with him, and there was a Dr. Herschenhorn, and they gründed the Polish government. Is Sommerstein. Did you hear from him? He was the first, a Jewish fellow, who made the Polish government when the German went away. And Herschenhorn, he was, you know, we have to help the people, is some factories help. In I have to mind this position, a chauffeur, you know, a chauffeur,
A driver, yeah.
and an American jet,
A Jeep?
a Jeep, yeah.
Jeep.
And I went to pick up, and you know, they told me this baker will give you today bread, tomorrow another baker will give me bread,
Yeah.
you know, some for the people. When I left, was 790 people in the committee. And I give honey, you know, to each person. I have a pound honey and I have a pound sugar every second day. Or you know, they told me how the honey, we had a ton honey and a ton sugar. There is some people who remember me from the committee.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. And I went to you know, the Majdanek, you know, there's where they killed people, put in the oven.
Concentration camp.
Concentration. And there I pick up talisim and clothing and tefillin you know, twill what you done. In shoes, in I with it. Sometime I get a truck, a whole truck, what I picked up and bring it to the committee. One time came come into me a fella, and I looked at him. You know, the fella is. I said, this is not a prost, just a fella, but he was with a wild, you know, he was in the woods. In this Leibal Arenso was the president, and he gave me direction to time. Is I went into my president, Leibalen, and I see Leibalen. It came in now a fella. I don't know if he's a doctor or a lawyer or something like this, but we have to dress him and to give him, he shall shave up, you know. Anyway, he went into Leibale, and Leibale gave him clothes, because the clothes I bought from my Danek, and I don't know if it took 2 weeks. He got an office, and he was a good lawyer. He was a lawyer before the war. After mein Arm, you know, Arm Rubenstein, could get the meal from his father, but we have to do with papers. As I said, I will go to my lawyer. Yeah. So I went to my lawyer and I told him the story. He is a son of this and this, and I want him to have the meal. You know, he can make money right away. The meal. So he made them, and he said, I don't want Gunish. As Aaron said, no, I have to. As Aaron make them 100 kilo flour, the trash, the best. You know, and he sent it to him for this. And Aaron got the meal, and he started to make money. Yeah. And so I went to Aaron sometime. I was at Aaron's place, and yeah, I forgot to tell you. Son, we came on the Lubartowski. I went to my apartment where I used to live. You know, before when I had the business, I lived exactly across the street. I went to my apartment. I took him other people. You know,
there were no people in your apartment?
Only nobody was there because they moved out. You know, and they left the place empty. But you see, this Jorandel, this was
Chandelier.
was still there hanging. So, in Rivkalle was making business on the market. As once she came home, I came from the committee what I give people, you know, it was a couple hours, but after I came home and I stayed home. And she couldn't imagine what she did. She thinks she was lost money or something like that. Anyway, mein Arm hat ich gesucht, I don't know, with mein Arm, I was too close. You know, because he was like my brother. I got scared to marry him. And another thing, I had a boyfriend. And you know, in Chicago. Did I told you you have him here?
Which one?
I don't know which book you got it.
Well, let me look for it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Okay. So I didn't want. I want him to marry Golda, and Golda he didn't want Golda because.
Now, Aaron is.
What?
Aaron
Rubenstein.
Huh?
Yeah.
And how's he related? How do you know him?
Aaron Rubinstein's mother and my father, they sister and brother.
He's a first cousin.
In Golda, the same thing.
Yeah.
Golda's father and Aaron Rubinstein's mother, they sister and brother. So I see Rivkale. I figured out maybe Rivkale will be good because I want him to get married.
Yeah.
So he got married. In the first night, I gave him my bed. You know, there. And later he became a partner to a big meal, großes meal in Lublin. After I took up his meal. He went to Korev, and he was there. But later, I was so scared him to be there because I was scared they will kill him. I told him go away. And I went, I stopped to work in the committee because Arnson, communist people, took over the committee. You know, the communists. So I didn't want to work with them too. And Arnson got out as president. He doesn't want to be president there. Is Arnson went to Israel, illegal, is weg. And I went also to go to Israel. But on the way, I find a friend, and he said, Golda, you are a business lady. Come with me. He was a soldier, you know, in the Polish army. And he was sure that he can get a concession to have whiskey and make a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, we make a bar, he made a bar, and we made a dancing room in lodge.
Yeah.
En wat han nummer gegeben, we named it Piekelko, and it was on the Zegeliane Fall.
What's the name mean?
Piekelko was the...
What's that mean?
That's mean a brennende zaak, Piekelko, you know.
Something on fire?
Not on fire exactly, but you can enjoy dancing, you know.
Okay.
Anyway, and I was a partner to the Piekelko. And was good. But later, at my ogen, you know, we got scared. I got scared. That's not good. You know, we make business and the Polish people, we have to run away from Poland.
I mean, I thought you said he was Polish, this person.
He was a Yiddish.
Oh, Jewish in the Polish army.
So anyway, I left everything and went to Germany.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't stay in Poland. And we went to Germany, and
Was Germany better at that time than Poland?
Germany was special camps, but the Jewish people organized for us. And from there we went to Israel. We had to go to Israel. But, you know, it wasn't like it...
Okay, so all these pictures here are from Germany.
What?
So we have lots of pictures from the time you were in Germany.
Oh yeah, I have.
And what year were these pictures?
The pictures was in 45, 46.
Okay.
45. He went to
This one on here?
not where is he? Oh, he went to Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is you and Daddy on the left.
Me and Daddy, But this was after my wedding, but before I got married. You see, like this picture is from before I went to. This is in Lublin.
This is in Lublin over here?
Yeah.
Right after the war?
Right after the war, I met this fella, and he wanted to marry me.
Well, that's a.
That's not,
That's not the fella. That's his wife, you said, right?
That's his wife.
Oh, it's on that page.
Oh, this.
Okay.
This fella, Finkelstein, and he wanted to marry me, but I didn't want to marry nobody. You know, I was.
So this picture here, this is your sister? And
My sister and a friend.
And is that friend the one you met in the barn?
No, no, this is another one.
Okay. All right.
I think I have a picture of the fella who I met in the barn. He died already too.
Okay, so in Germany you met my father.
In Germany I met your father and I got
Is
married.
this just after you were married here?
You see, in the day when I got married, in the day I received a letter from my boyfriend.
Yeah.
And he wrote to me that he is waiting for me and he will do everything that I shall be able to come over to the state. This is a friend of us, but we met in the camp in wie noch hat geheißen? Glasgow. And we was together. This is Herschel and me and Maya and a cousin. He came to Germany from Poland. From Russia he came to Poland, and from Poland to Germany, and from Germany he went to Canada.
Okay, so how many years did you spend in Poland after the war?
In Poland after the war I spent a year and a half maybe. That's all.
Okay.
This is of the ship. When
you were finally going to the United States.
Yeah.
So anyway, so you spent a year and a half after the war in Poland, and then you spent some time in Germany?
Oh, in Germany we spent till for the end. In Germany we didn't spend too long, because a year we spent in Germany.
Yeah. So tell me, how did you meet Dad?
Daddy, I went to a neighbor.
Yeah.
I was living upstairs. And downstairs was living 3 people. His 2 were brothers. There I have them. So we started playing cards. And your daddy came in. And he sat down to playing cards with me also. We played. While we played out, while playing, he said that I steal his money.
Yeah.
You know, I was laughing. I didn't steal his money. And later I went upstairs and he wanted to go with me upstairs and told me stories from him, how he, you know. So, and we start to walk around, you know. You see, privacy we didn't have.
Yeah.
Not me and not him. But we walked around and he said he would like to get married. And while I walked around, you know, so I figured out whether to get married, and if I get married, I will get a place where to live. Because in this place upstairs, it was, how many people? 4 or 5? I don't remember how many people. Anyway, and we got right away a room with his friend. I have the picture also. And we lived with his friend. He lived in the one side room and we lived in the other side. But we didn't move in before we got married. And he we went to a rabbi. It was a rabbi there. And the rabbi asked me if I'm a widow, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I told him, but I have to have witnesses, you know. So I looked around and I find somebody, and he finds somebody that he is not married. He wasn't never married, and we got married. When we got married, after we got married, we moved in. We had have a room, and we lived together with another fella. In meanwhile, was there a kibbutz, what they organized to go to Israel, and he was the kibbutz.
He was one of the leaders.
The leader, yeah, and we had to go. I had the picture in the kibbutz too. And we started to go to Israel.
Yeah.
But we couldn't go legal.
Mm-hmm.
And we went through the hills, like I told you yesterday, and we went 200 people there, walked. And
Walked to Italy?
To Italy,
So
yeah.
you could take a boat from Italy to Israel.
And in Italy, we supposed to go to Israel.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is in Italy. When we came to Italy, I found Moshe, you know, El Kibron.
Yeah.
This is with him. We got a picture. They were living
So this is by the Vatican in Italy in the 40s.
by the Vatican in Italy in the 46, 7.
And here's the Colosseum.
Yeah, this is also in Italy.
Yeah.
But this is before this picture.
Yeah.
He was by himself. And and I sent all my things to my sister
Yeah.
because I want to go to Israel and she want me to come. And she bought a breast of veal and she saved it for months for me.
She would send you these letters saying, come to Israel.
Hmm?
She sent you letters saying, come to Israel, I'll
Yeah.
feed you this veal.
Yeah. She said, when you come, you see, that there was, and later she decided, and she said, God, if you have an opportunity to go to America, go to America. In Israel is a mommy, in
Yeah.
you home. Also, anytime when you come from the state to Israel, they let you in.
Yeah.
And so I was ready to buy, you know, we was working meanwhile.
Yeah.
I was sewing, I was with the art we was working.
Yeah. I have a picture here of
Yeah,
your sister, right?
yeah.
This is
yeah.
years later.
This
just
is
to-
later when I was in Israel.
Right, but just to show
Yeah,
a picture of you and your sister.
yeah. This was later. This was in 55. I was in Israel.
Anyway, here's a point to your sister. Here, I'll point.
This
Okay, so this
this
is your
is my
sister.
sister.
And there's
This
you.
is my sister, and this is my cousin, Yankee. He died already.
Yeah.
And this is his wife,
Okay.
Chava. And this is Israela,
Her daughter.
her daughter, my sister's daughter, in the army. She
Yeah.
was then in the army. And this is Chaim Ackerman.
Okay.
He is a son. And this is a picture.
Of
You
your
see my
sister.
sister in her house.
Yeah. Okay, so you were working in the Ord.
Yeah,
And this is a picture, I guess, of all of you sewing.
yeah, we're working there.
Okay. Yeah, and there's more pictures of you sewing and of different people. So who organized this sewing? What was this sewing?
You see this, with this, where is it? This?
Which one? Yeah.
Yeah, this I organize.
This Ord?
Yeah, this is old Schule. They had a machine to knit,
Yeah.
to make sweaters, like this.
Yeah.
Is I came to the there was a man in charge in the art, and I told him, I will bring you people and let's start to work. Let's start. So we work, me and Herschel. This was the whole group.
Yeah. Down there.
This was the whole group was working in the art schule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This we were this is shown in wie is this? This is in Germany,
Oh,
and this is shown in Italy.
yeah. So when you crossed the mountains to Italy, Daddy had a problem. He almost fell off.
He almost fell down, and then he saved him. He caught his leg,
Leo,
Leo,
his brother.
because I wouldn't be able to hold him.
Yeah.
He would took me together to fall down with him. No, he caught his leg and it took him up in this way.
Okay.
Other 4 people died because it's very high and it's winter time, so
Yeah. All right.
and in Italy we met, I don't know if you remember Mr. Wechselberg. I got a picture with him with you. Anyway, this Mr. Wechselberg is Harry, your father got sick, and I went to a doctor. And the doctor talked only Italian,
Yeah.
and we didn't know Italian to speak. And this Mr. Wechselberg was working for the campus, he's a bookkeeper.
Yeah.
He was working bookkeeping. So I went to him and I asked him if he can go with me to this Italian doctor. And he went and he explained how everything for the Italian doctor and John. And your father started to work in a library. And after a man who went, I don't know where he went, maybe Daddy remembers better. So he wanted him $5. He shall be the manager in a factory. Because there was but 20 machines, So he said if he will be accepted, he will pay the $5. Anyway, he went he went to Rome and he was accepted. Daddy told more the story better than me. And he started to work in the factory, and I was working, and Leo was working, and we were working until Leo went before. He met a girl in the camp also, Leo, and she went to Australia. So he went also to Australia. But when he went, he went in America, from here he went to Australia, from here. And when after we applied to go to the United States, you see, a cousin, you remember Harvey? You remember Harvey? Harvey's husband, but we didn't see him. He died before they moved in this new house that they bought. He sent for us $300 for the fare to come from Germany to the United States. But President Roosevelt make the law that 100,000 people can come in the United States.
That's all?
No, from a special
Oh, so
time.
extra 100,000.
An extra 100,000. So we were from the 100,000, and we didn't have to pay the fare. You know, the $300 what he paid in Hayas.
Yeah.
We don't have to pay for this, the fare. So when we arrived in the state, they give us $30. But later we got back the $300 and we paid them the $30.
Yeah.
And when we came, the 20 February, no, we came in February, also February the 8th, I think. February the 8th, we came to the United States. When we came to the United States, we came to Harvard. And your father started to work by Harvard's sister, Paula. She had a grocery store. And I, with Harvard, went around to look for a grocery.
To go and buy groceries.
Yeah, with Harvard.
Is Baba here in this picture?
No.
Okay, go on.
I have some more pictures, and maybe I left them there in the basement. I don't know. I had Harvey. I had all the pictures.
Okay.
So we went looked around for a store, and I saw we rent the store on Madison Avenue, Conadolphin Street.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a big store. And we started to work in this store. And when we worked in this store, oh, this is the store,
Yeah.
we got the store for $500, and he guaranteed at $600, but he didn't make more than $575. So anstatt 6,000, we gave him $5,750. And we started to work in this store. In 3 months, we make $1,400 a week.
This is Murveit's Delicatessen.
Yeah, and I came to the store. This is the store.
Yeah.
You see, I Pesach, I went out to buy dishes, and I put them on the counter. These people came in and said, "This is for sale?" I say, "Yes." Is a dish what I paid $2.50, I take $3. She asked me, "How much?" I said, $3. She paid me $3. I right away make a couple dollars on the dishes.